Hey, what is up everyone? It is Brad here and welcome to another episode of Ask Brick. This is episode number 64 of Ask Brick here on my YouTube channel. I really hope you guys are excited because I'm finally here. It's only been 2 weeks and look at me, I am already here with another episode. I am keeping my promise so far. For those of you who are new to the channel, Ask Brick is my Q&A show here on YouTube where you guys can ask me questions down in the comments below, either on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever that may be, and I will answer them in an Ask Brick format. I do the long form format of this video every 2 weeks here on my YouTube channel, and then you can catch all the clips of the short form vertical versions throughout my various social media pages over the next 2 weeks as well. Without any further ado, I've got a bunch of great questions for this week's episode, so let's hop right into it. There's kind of a common theme with a lot of these questions. It's a lot about money and my Lego collection. So I kind of compiled all the questions from the last few weeks together about this topic, and well, I hope you enjoy it. The very first question is, Ask Brick, what is going to happen to your Lego collection when you die? That is not something I really wanted to think about. I'm only 23, turning 24. I hope that's not something that I need to worry about in the near future. But theoretically, when I die, my Lego collection will probably get sold off. My parents aren't really huge Lego fans. I'm only 23, so the 24, they would be the ones handling my estate if something really unfortunate like that would happen. But my parents would take over my Lego collection, and I'm assuming they would just sell it. That's what I'd want them to do. I don't want them to have to inherit, all of this Lego. That would be a huge burden on them. They can sell it, keep it, give it away, sell some of it, keep some of it, like whatever they want. If they're able to sell it all and get the money and they do a cool trip or something like that, that is happy with me. I just want my Lego collection, if that were to happen, I want it to go to someone who's going to enjoy it. Like if they sell it on Facebook Marketplace, get a bunch of money and they're selling it to people who are going to like it, that is a-okay with me. If they decide to give it away to somebody who's going to really enjoy it and want to embrace it, again, that's okay with me. Whatever they want to do with it, it's not my problem anymore. As long as it doesn't end up in a landfill or something like that, and I know it won't. Like my parents know how much time and effort and that I put into collecting Lego and stuff like that. They know like something's good is going to happen from it. As long as something good comes from the Lego collection, it's really up to them. And I know they're not just going to throw it out and stuff like that. But I feel bad for them because they are going to have one hell of a time trying to sort this Lego collection, and that's why everything's on Brickset. So like, I should maybe leave instructions, like if I died, this is my Brickset login. You guys can see all the sets I have where you can find, sell them out, stuff like that, because I don't imagine they'll be able to have somebody come in here and be like, I'm going to give you 50 grand for the whole room. Like, probably it's not going to happen, so they'll probably have to break it down and sell it. Who knows, maybe somebody from the YouTube community they'll be able to hire or something like that who can come in and help them sell everything, but again, hopefully we don't have to worry about that because I'm only 23, I'm nice and healthy, so that shouldn't be an issue. But if I did die, my Lego collection goes to my parents. In the future, it'll obviously go to my wife and kids, and again, do whatever they want with it because I'm gone. I hope it's not too much of a burden. I hope they can sell it off and use the money to do something if they don't want to keep the Lego for themselves. So yeah, yikes. Not a very nice question to start the day off with, but it is important. It is, I guess, something that maybe I should consider, but yeah, they can have it for now. The next question is from FrostyVR206. Ask Brick, do you know how much money you have spent on Lego? So off the top of my head, no, but I use a really great tool called Brickset that I'm going to show you now. Brickset is a really great website that I use for all things Lego tracking, like track my sets, my wanted list. Like it is a really, really good all-encompassing site. You guys can see that I am logged in here. It says I have 1,609 sets, over 2,000 Lego minifigures. Basically, over the years, I've just gone through, and every time I get a Lego set, I log it into my Brickset database so I know exactly what I have. You can go to My Sets here, and you actually get a full overview of all the Lego sets that you have in your collection. You can sort it by like set number. I like to always sort it by like number of pieces descending, so you can see the largest Lego set that I own is the world map, and then the Lego Titanic, the Roman Colosseum. Really, really cool. Lots of awesome things there. You can sort it however you want by theme, pieces, price, whatever it is. You can see that I've got 1,500 unique sets here. But you ask the question is, how do I know what the value of my Lego collection is? If you just click on My Sets there, you go to the sets owned. You can see I own 1,609 items. I have a piece count for 1,400 of the sets, which means I have 405,000 pieces. This unfortunately does not account for any used Lego that I got that I wasn't able to catalog the sets for. Doesn't count any pick-a-brick or anything like that, any Bricklink orders over the years that is strictly sets that I was able to log. So I would estimate my piece count is just under 500,000 because I have acquired a lot of bulk Lego over the years and a ton of Pick-a-Brick cups. So that's my estimate, but here it says I have 405,000, and my retail prices for 1,216 of my set is $33,879. I don't mind sharing that number because I think my collection on Brickset is public. I don't know if that's in Canadian or USD, not entirely sure about that one, and I know that unfortunately is not actually the value of my Lego collection because that's the retail value. Some of the sets, you know, I'm looking at the Grand Emporium over there. That set was like $200 when it first came out. The retail value of that set is technically $200. If I had to rebuy that set today, if something happened to it and I needed an insurance claim, that set's going to be like $1,000 or something like that. So while my Lego collection retail value is worth over $33,000, I know I have way more of a collection value here, as I mentioned, with all the bulk Lego I've accumulated over the years, all of like the pieces from the Pick-a-Brick cups, all of the things like custom Lego minifigures and things like I can't log the $90 Brickmania minifigures I bought while I was at Brickworld Chicago, so they don't count in that value. So the original question was, do you know how much money you've spent in Lego? The short answer is at least $33,000. The long answer is I have no idea, just because it's kind of impossible to track. And of course, of that $33,000 I spent, like a lot of those were gifts or given to me or bought way cheaper or are now way more expensive that I bought. Like it's really hard to pinpoint, but I feel like using Brickset and using that tool is a really great range because it gives you an estimate. Like that is, I would say, like the middle value or something like that. That's on the low end. That is like the bare minimum, at least, that I know I've spent on Lego, but it is probably a little bit more. So if you guys don't use Brickset, they did not sponsor or pay me to talk about them in this video, but if you guys don't use Brickset, you got to, because it is like the best tool for Lego collectors. Coming right off of the question about buying Lego and how much I spent on my Lego collection, this question from Jamie World 1960 asks, Brick, how do you afford your Lego collection? So for starters, of affording my Lego collection, so everything you see here is not something I've just bought over the last few years. I've been an active Lego collector for 10 plus years, so I feel like that gives a very good, scope of how I've been able to collect so much Lego. I spent my money on it for over 10 years, so it wasn't just something I accumulated. Over the 10 years, I've been able to afford my Lego collection in a couple different ways. So for starters, disclaimer, a lot of them were gifts. Every time, my birthday or Christmas or Easter or any kind of holiday comes up where gifts are given, I always ask for Lego. I love receiving Lego. My family loves gifting Lego. Lego's a great one to get as a gift. So that's the first one. I've also had a job since I was 15 years old, I think. 15 years old, I've had a job, so I've been able to spend, extra income and things like that on buying Lego sets. I have a job right now, a nice paying full-time job that I'm able to spend some of the income on Lego sets, just like some people spend on their other hobbies or experiences or going out to dinner. Like, it's discretionary income that I'm able to spend on Lego. And I've also done a Lego business since I was 12 years old. I've had my YouTube channel here, which has earned income through the ads that you watch on this video and like brand deals and things like that. I also do all my other social media pages, and I've run a Bricklink store. So I've done many things over the years to try and build a business out of Lego, which ultimately is all reinvested into the business so I can buy more Lego. It's kind of like a win-win. When I make a video on a Lego set that I review and I get some ad revenue for it, that ad revenue helps me buy future Lego sets that I can make more videos on, which creates more ad revenue. So it's just a really great cycle. And using all the tips and tricks and having a job and starting a business and getting gifts and things like that, I've been able to make a great hobby of buying Lego, and it's probably continuous enjoyment. So if you're asking because you're looking to start out in Lego and you're asking like how do you get a collection like this, it just takes a lot of time and a lot of money over the years. You don't have to rush out and drop $30,000 today to acquire a collection like this. Do it over the course of I've done YouTube for 11 years now, so I've actually been a Lego collector since I was 8. So 15 years almost. So it has been a long time of collecting Lego. So don't worry, it doesn't happen overnight. And if you're a kid now not sure how to afford Lego, don't worry, because guess what? I was a kid once too with no extra money and couldn't buy any Lego sets. And now I'm an adult and I get to buy all the Lego sets that I wish I could have as a kid, even though I probably shouldn't because I don't have as much money as I think I do. But yeah, if you're a kid now looking for how to afford Lego, get a job, start a Lego business, do some extra chores around the house, ask for it for gifts. It's okay. It's okay if you can't buy all the Lego now. You're watching AFOLs on YouTube that have all the money that they can spend on Lego because that's how we choose to spend our money. But don't worry if you're a kid and you can't do the same thing, because I was in your shoes 5 or 6 years ago looking at all these AFOLs, buying all these massive Lego sets and just thinking, oh, I wish I could do that someday. Trust me, that day will come. Don't worry. This next question is from AYC53. Ask Brick, do you keep the Lego boxes after you open and built the set? And if so, how do you store them? He also adds he's not sure whether to at least keep the nicer boxes of bigger sets. So, unfortunately, the answer is yes. I do keep my Lego set boxes. So I actually keep all of my Lego set boxes over here in the back corner of my Lego room. Basically what I do is once I've built a Lego set, I take the box, I break it down like removing the seals, and I shove it in this far back corner. This right here is a great example of a set that I just finished building. You guys can see I've got some stuff piled on it, but I just finished building that set. I haven't yet broken the box down yet, but when I am able to, I'll break the box down and shove it in this corner. I have every Lego set box from the last few years in this corner, and the reason I save them, I don't really have a good reason, but I do save all my boxes. I've got some of the larger ones, like the Titanic I haven't brought myself to tear down yet. I do have some of my boxes up here above the studio. Those ones are like boxes that are really hard to tear down. Some of them I do keep on display for my Lego sets because they look good on my studio. And then I even have some here in the spare closet that I just have not broken down yet, because some of them don't break down. Like this one I could break down, but like this one's not gonna break down very nicely. This one won't break down nicely and stuff like that. So now that you know how I keep my Lego set boxes, let's talk about why I still keep them. The only reason I still keep my Lego set boxes is, quite frankly, I'm a hoarder and I just can't bring myself to get rid of them. Do I think I'll need my Lego set boxes someday? Maybe. I have in the past gone through that box and dug out Lego set boxes because I needed it for videos, or I needed it for like a thumbnail or something like that, or I just wanted it. But most of the time, I'm never going to need the set box again. I tell myself that if I decide to sell some of the sets in my Lego collection someday, it would be better to do so by having the box, but I don't necessarily need the box, and I don't necessarily plan on selling my Lego collection or any of my Lego sets anytime soon. I think it's just kind of like a hoarder thing. Like, I don't want to bring myself to get rid of them. I tell myself that as a collector, I need to keep the boxes still. I wish I was able to get rid of them, but I'm just not. But also, because I take it one step further and actually break down the boxes, I'm able to store a lot of boxes in that back corner there without taking up a lot of room. If my boxes were like spanning, like taking up valuable space from my Lego collection, that might be another conversation. I might decide to get rid of them, but because they're in the far corner of like wasted space, like it's not long enough to have a bookshelf and it's like right there with my city table, I feel like it's no harm in keeping them. And like when I move, it's just a few extra things to carry. So I'm keeping them now because I just can't bring myself to get rid of them, but I know many people in the community have gotten rid of them over the years, and they will be the first ones to tell you they feel way better about getting rid of them. So I might do that someday, but I just haven't brought myself to do it yet. This is another good question here from Jamie World 1960. Ask Brick, why do you have so many unbuilt Lego sets? So as much as you look around my Lego room here and see all of the Lego sets that I have built, I unfortunately do have a closet full of unbuilt Lego sets as well. So this over here is my closet of unbuilt Lego sets. You guys can see it is not super full, like it's decently full enough that I definitely should get building. I think this is a decent size of unbuilt Lego sets. Like I definitely know people with a lot more, and I obviously know people with a lot less. And I think just the reason I have so many unbuilt Lego sets is because some of them, this is a great example, is a set that I really can't wait to build. I just haven't had a chance yet. This one is one that I'll be testing on a Will It Float video probably next year, so I'm not going to build it until then. And there's just some other sets that I got years ago, like this Lego Movie 2 set that quite frankly I just might never build. Same with this Hidden Side one. It maybe just doesn't interest me as much as it did when I bought it. Maybe it was a gift or something like that that I just don't, haven't found the time or anything to build. I'm not saying that I'll never build it. It's not interested me enough, or like I just don't have time to build that one over some of the other ones with everything else that I have going on. Some of these sets, like these Brickhead ones, again, just completely waiting to be built. And then this Alter Agent one here is like a set that I think is really cool. I bought that many, many years ago when it first came out, but now it's at the point where it's like, I don't super need to build this one because I think it's a cool set, but I'm not like dying over it. And now it's kind of worth something. So it's also like a kind of an investment closet and things like that. And that's why I haven't resold or opened up all these Lego sets. Sometimes I get Lego sets and build them right away, and other times I'm like, you're a great set, but I'm going to keep you in the closet. This one here is like a Winter Village. I'll probably build that closer to Christmas. This one here is a duplicate Lego set that I bought because I wanted to build both the builds in it. And then there's like even other sets back here. I think I have a modular building somewhere. the Parisian restaurant. I don't know, maybe it's back in the corner there, but like it's like I bought that set because it was a really good deal, but I don't know if I actually like it and don't know if I want to build it, so I might not. But I guess the reason why I have so many unbuilt Lego sets is partially because some of them I don't want to build, some of them are there for investments, and also I'm just limited on time and space. Luckily, I have a really large Lego room here where you guys can see I'm pretty much able to store as many Lego sets as I want, and I do have some unused shelves down here, so I can expand my Lego storage. That's not really the case. It's just more of a matter of building the sets that I want when I want to. Alright, and with that, I think I've gone through a lot in this episode. It is getting up there in time, so I think I will wrap this episode up here. Thank you all so much for asking all those questions. They were really, really good, and I had a lot of fun answering them in this week's episode. Of course, if you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Stay tuned because I will have short-form clips of all the answers for today's videos up on my social media over the next few weeks. And of course, please don't forget to leave your questions down in the comments below for future episodes of Ask Brick. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you here in the next video.